You don't glow up by fighting harder. You glow up when you stop fighting at all. When you stop needing to prove that you're strong, and start remembering that you already are. The world taught you to survive, but now you're here to rise. Rebirth doesn't look like fire and noise. It looks like silence that doesn't scare you anymore. Like peace that feels unfamiliar at first. It's the quiet decision to stop chasing closure. Stop forcing connection. Stop apologizing for wanting more. You used to believe power meant being loud, being seen, being everywhere. But soft power? Soft power is when your energy speaks before you do. When your presence calms the room, because you no longer carry chaos inside. You start realizing, you don't have to defend your worth. You don't have to convince anyone to stay. You stop begging the world to choose you, and start choosing yourself in quiet ways. Through boundaries, through rest, through grace. The version of you that fought for everything was doing her best. She thought power meant control. But soft power whispers instead of shouts. It attracts instead of demands. It lets go instead of gripping tighter. You stop explaining your energy. You stop overgiving to prove you're good. You start sitting back and watching who meets you halfway. It's not arrogance, it's alignment. You're no longer interested in chasing what drains you. Some people will call this change cold. Let them. They never knew the cost of your warmth. They never saw how much of yourself you gave, just to feel seen. Now your peace is your love language. You begin trusting your body again. Your intuition becomes louder than your fear. You notice how your nervous system calms. When you stop forcing connections, how your beauty deepens. When your energy finally feels safe. You start realizing that your body was never the enemy. It was the compass. Every tension, every ache, every rush of anxiety was your inner voice saying, please, no more fighting. You learn to listen instead of override. You slow down when you're tired, instead of labeling it lazy. You let your body guide the timing, because divine timing always begins within you. And slowly, you stop rushing your healing. You stop trying to arrive. You understand that peace isn't a place you reach, it's a state you practice, one moment at a time. You stop replaying what hurt you, and start asking what it taught you. You start forgiving yourself for the times you betrayed your intuition, just to feel loved. There's a softness that returns when you forgive yourself. It's the kind of glow no product can mimic. It's quiet confidence, the kind that doesn't need to announce healing, because it is healing. And one morning, you wake up different. You don't feel the need to check who texted. You make your coffee slower. You breathe deeper. You smile at your reflection, without needing a reason. That's how rebirth arrives, not as a dramatic event, but as a subtle peace that moves through your days. You stop performing and start existing. You stop seeking and start being. Soft power means you trust the flow. You know what's meant for you won't pass you by. You've finally stopped gripping life by the throat. You're learning to hold it by the hand. You move differently now, more deliberate, more intuitive. You don't explain your boundaries anymore, you just live by them. And the people who belong in your peace stay. You realize how sacred your energy is. You used to hand it out like candy, but now, it's curated, protected. You understand that being selective isn't being distant, it's being wise. You've learned that attraction starts in stillness. It's the vibration of self-trust, the way you hold eye contact, the way you walk into a room without needing approval. That's the new frequency. People feel the shift. They can't name it, but they sense it. It's that unspoken glow of a woman who no longer needs to prove her value. Her energy speaks fluent truth. And now, everything you lost starts to make sense. The rejection, the endings, the silence, they were all space being cleared for the version of you who was waiting to be born. This rebirth isn't loud or dramatic. It's divine recalibration. A quiet return to your own rhythm. A homecoming. You've become the woman your younger self prayed for. Default text so, now what? How do you live this new softness? You start small, with morning rituals that honor your energy instead of draining it. You stop rushing out of bed like you're late for your own life. You breathe, you stretch, you place a hand on your heart, and remind yourself, I'm safe now. That's how you rewire your nervous system. Not through force, but through safety. Every time you choose calm over chaos, you're teaching your body that peace is your new baseline. And that's how the energy shifts. You start moving with intention. Drink your coffee slowly. Say no when your body tightens. Say yes when it feels open. Stop living from obligation. Start living from resonance. Soft power begins in the mirror. The way you talk to yourself. No more I'm behind. No more I should be further. You look at yourself like a woman who is becoming, not one who needs fixing. You protect your peace like it's sacred, because it is. You stop answering texts that drain you. You stop explaining boundaries to people who already understood and just didn't care. That's self-respect in action. Learn to sit in stillness. The feminine attracts through presence. You don't need a strategy for what's meant for you. Let life come to you, not because you're passive, but because you trust timing. Start journaling, not to fix your feelings, but to listen to them. Ask yourself each morning, what feels true for me today? What do I actually need? Your intuition speaks in whispers. Soft power means learning her language again. You heal your relationship with rest. You allow yourself to pause without guilt. You take naps, walks, baths, not as luxury, but as maintenance. A soft woman is not lazy. She's charged. You stop performing strength. You start practicing authenticity. You don't need to be unbothered all the time. You just need to be honest. That's where real confidence grows. In truth, not in perfection. Soft power is discernment. You choose where your energy flows. You don't engage every argument. You don't chase clarity from confusion. You choose stillness. And that silence becomes your new protection spell. Learn to receive compliments, help, love, rest. You've been the strong one for too long. Let softness teach you balance. You deserve an ease that doesn't feel earned. Walk like a woman who belongs, not in arrogance, in remembrance. You belong anywhere peace lives. That's your new standard. If it disturbs your nervous system, it's no longer a line. And when old habits call you back, the urge to overgive, to chase, to prove, pause, take a deep breath and remind yourself, I'm no longer available for what hurts my peace. This is the practice, not perfection, not speed, just presence. That's how you embody soft power, moment by moment, breath by breath, until peace feels like home again. You are not the fire that burns, you are the light that warms, and that's enough. This is your rebirth. Live it softly, but live it fully. You made it here because something in you is awakening. This is your sign. Your rebirth is real. If you're ready to embody her, comment I'm becoming her. Subscribe, because we're not just healing here, we're evolving.